Trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat. If you don't, I don't care. I'll pull down your underwear. Well, I really don't plan on doing the last part. Today I'm going to be giving a lesson on Halloween. We're going to talk about why it was created, when it was created, and why it is still celebrated. A little background on Halloween. It's an annual holiday celebrated every October 31st. There's costume wearing, pumpkin carving, trick-or-treating, spooks, haunted houses, and people just really out having fun. Where did Halloween come from? Halloween originated over 2,000 years ago from the Celtic festival of Samhain. Now, I'm pretty sure I said that wrong, but that was the best I could do. It was known as Hallows' Eve, and then soon later it was known as Halloween, the evening before Saints' Day. Why was Halloween created? These people believed that they were able to communicate with the dead on this day. So they had bonfires and people wore costumes to kind of like ward off ghosts. Because of Halloween, they named November 1st the day of Saints' Day, or Hallowmas. In the 1930s, Halloween became a lot of vandalism. People would go to houses and kind of just trash them. In exchange for people getting their houses vandalized, they started giving out treats or candy to the people. So what happened was people would end up getting dressed up, and they would go to different houses to get treats or rewards for going there. Well, why do we still celebrate Halloween? Halloween is still celebrated because people go out, like I said before. They use it to celebrate the Day of the Dead in one culture. I know it's the Mexican culture. They use that to celebrate the Day of the Dead, which is also what they used to do, kind of what they used to do in the ancient Celtic festival. Talk to the dead, the day that the dead got to rise up and walk the earth again. Us in America, we usually use it for going out, getting candy, trick-or-treating, houses, fun, and scary things. We use it to just kind of have a little bit of fun throughout the year. I have a video that I'm going to show you on the history of Halloween as well. Let me just pull that up real quick. Sorry. That was not supposed to happen. Okay.
Pranked. Halloween. From communion with the dead to pumpkins and pranks, Halloween is a patchwork holiday stitched together with cultural, religious, and occult traditions that span centuries. It all began with the Celts, a people whose culture had spread across Europe more than 2,000 years ago. October 31st was the day they celebrated the end of the harvest season in a festival called Samhain. That night also marked the Celtic New Year and was considered a time between years, a magical time when the ghost of the dead walked the earth.
It was the time when the veil between death and life was supposed to be at its thinnest.
On Samhain, the villagers gathered and lit huge bonfires to drive the dead back to the spirit world and keep them away from the living. But as the Catholic Church's influence grew in Europe, it frowned on the pagan rituals like Samhain. In the 7th century, the Vatican began to merge it with a church-sanctioned holiday. So November 1st was designated All Saints' Day to honor martyrs and the deceased faithful.
Both of these holidays had to do with the afterlife and about survival after death. It was a calculated move on the part of the church to bring more people into the fold.
All Saints' Day was known then as Hallowmas. Hallow means holy or saintly, so the translation is roughly Mass of the Saints. The night before, October 31st, was All Hallows' Eve, which gradually morphed into Halloween. The holiday came to America with the wave of Irish immigrants during the potato famine of the 1840s. they brought several of their holiday customs with them, including bobbing for apples and playing tricks on neighbors, like removing gates from the front of houses. The young pranksters wore masks so they wouldn't be recognized. But over the years, the tradition of harmless tricks grew into outright vandalism.
Back in the 1930s, it really became a dangerous holiday. I mean, there was such hooliganism and vandalism. Trick-or-treating was originally an extortion deal. Give us candy or we'll trash your house.
Storekeepers and neighbors began giving treats or bribes to stop the tricks, and children were encouraged to travel door to door for treats as an alternative to troublemaking. By the late 30s, trick or treat became the holiday greeting.
Okay, today I've talked to you about the history of Halloween. We talked about where it came from, why it came, and why it's still celebrated today.
With catering delivery.
I got my information from history.com, youtube.com, countryliving.com, bbc.com, and also on halloween.com. Hopefully, you'll be out walking the streets October 31st celebrating Halloween. Thank you.